squarely on team success.
Main thing for me is going into this season is just trying to win. I mean, I got my own goals set aside that I don't talk about, but just know I got them in my head. But the main goal for everybody is just be the playoffs.
Wall's the kind of guy that has his eye on the prize all the time, and the less emphasis he places on his own goals, I think, Greg, the better he seems to get.
That's a great point. And Kevin, he is a man on a mission at this point in his career. Only one thing is going to satisfy him, and that's chasing that ring.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all five guys.
So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Ashik in the middle. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's Babbitt in at the small forward. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Oubre is checked in for Washington.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Good. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Evans and Gordon are the guard set. The shot blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. And it's Pondexter in at the three, the small forward. That's good.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
Now here's Evans. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Pondexter. Rebounded by Dudley.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Now here's Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. The feed to Beal. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs Clark in points and minutes played for him with the Pels.
Yeah, and you know, he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
And he gets it to go. Beal's got his first basket. Here's Evans. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Wall. And he overshot that one, missing.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Evans kicks to Ashik, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Here's Washington. Bentley the pass to Wall. No good on the triple.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And they take the lead. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Wall, that's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Now here's Evans. Shot clock at 2. Beal pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Dudley's shot is good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Evans against Wall. And that's Evans penetrating. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they looked like a lottery team. Then the next, they looked like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Jared Dudley. Gary Neal's checked in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. Cunningham comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Drew Holiday has checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Tyreke Evans. Uncovered. Humphries, no good.
Most of the time. That shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Holiday gets the bucket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Sessions. There's a screen by Gortat. Second shot opportunity. Here's Neal, guarded by Holiday. There's a screen by Gortat. Sessions dishes to Gortat.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. And Cole kicks to Davis. Pulls it from the elbow. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
And really, I thought Anthony Davis a season ago just took the league by storm. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers. I think you could argue if the Pelicans' record had been a little better, he probably would have won the league MVP.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Yeah, that's called PER, player efficiency rating, one of the 4 best marks in NBA history for Davis, alongside Chamberlain, Jordan, and LeBron James.
John Wall's checked in for Washington. Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. For 62%. And he gets it to go. Cole's got his first points in this one.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James,
yeah,
that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Boom! And Wall with the slam.
And that was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
Here's Cole. He has 5. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. Cole's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And Wall. Here we go now. And he makes good on the layup. Wall's got 10 points.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah.
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J.
Beautiful. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Wall. Nene, the screen. And Wall. Here we go now. Wall missing again.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Nene, the pass to Wall. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. 11 feet away. The putback and the dunk by Humphries. And the Wizards lead by 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Yeah.
Poked away.
Okay. And what about it?
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Evans goes in, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. You're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end-to-end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You say he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
Explode 2.2.
Gordon dishes to Asha.
Yeah, who's scoring? I always mix.
There it goes, it's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Evans.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Wall draws the double. Here's Dudley. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Evans against Wall. Davis sets a screen. Evans left side. Pass to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans moving the ball around. Evans attacking. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first. And that was pretty good. You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for New Orleans. Beal against Gordon, and Beal kicks to Wall. There's the dish to Beal. There's a screen. Back to Wall. Oh! Oh, man!
Boom!
Oh, my goodness. Fella's going to hurt somebody with a dunk like that. Probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
And he's having it. That had to be fun.
Beal against Gordon. Down low. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Oh, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they fought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for the positives moving forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Todd has come in for Jared Dudley, and it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Beal.
And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
John Wall for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards. It did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Here's Cole. He's got 7. Davis sets a screen. Cole, the pass to Davis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Nene.
How about Anthony Davis? Grew 7 inches in one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school, but then because of that growth ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more, and I think it'll also help him improve his health.
Nene kicks to Gortat. It's stolen by Ajinça.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Wizards making a switch here. Ball's checked in. And Davis admitted he might have stayed another season at Kentucky if he'd known how NBA players would go at him physically in his rookie season.
Yeah, they look to punish him, but he's put on the weight he needs to hold his ground now. He doesn't want to get too much bigger, though. Quickness is such a huge part of his game. Doesn't want to lose that.
And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it. And it's hindered his career. So
he's beaten cancer.
That's very good. And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Pelicans have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Ryan Anderson has checked in for Anthony Davis. All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, you know, going back to the Nate, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on a team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space. Tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
And again, Washington, no good. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Heat in Miami. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Outside, Wall. Gortat with the screen for Wall. Inside, it's Gortat with the drive. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Cole dishes to Anderson. One second left, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Wizards. They're up by 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
All right, Kevin, thank you. I'm here with John Wall. And, John, when you're hitting your jumpers early and force that defense to guard you, how much easier does that make it to attack the basket or find your teammates with a pass?
Oh, man, you see it, man. The lane is open. I'm finding my teammates, and they just get those guys open. And that's one thing I said I want to work on since I've been here. I don't want to just be a myself player. I want to be a team player. And they're doing a great job of setting screens, getting me open. And I got to just keep finding and making shots.
John, thank you. Kevin, he seamlessly navigates those seams.
Thank you so much, Doris.
Do it like a boss.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K
Wow,
Sports
they had to play
Halftime
weekend,
Show.
boy. We'll play Sheldon, boy. I touchdown. We'll play Sheldon.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is
about to start. Dude, I couldn't actually. Oh, sorry, man, dude. Let me see what I'm going to do second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. And I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
So for New Orleans right now, Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's Ashik in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Pondexter no good. For New Orleans, their last game a loss to the Magic. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game for me. Guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there, Greg, he's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Yeah. Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Clock at 6. Here's Gordon, and he gets it to go. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll. And last season, the Pelicans made it into the playoffs. I mean, could have had an easier road to get there if they were stronger against the Eastern Conference.
Beal with a screen on Evans. Wall passes to Beal. And Davis sends it back. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. For the Wizards, Humphries comes in for Nene. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. 2 on the clock. Beal from long range. Beal with another miss. And the Pelicans were solid against the East, Clark. 16 and 14. But as Greg was just saying, a lot of games left on the table for them.
Well, they had the lowest win total against the East of any Western playoff team. Really, the Pelicans were lucky to get in, given how many games they gave away against the East.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
All right, Doris. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And Davis throws it down.
Not easy.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Beal, 7 points in the game.
Beal, it's your time to shine, Beal.
Humphries sets a pick for Beal. Pass to Humphries.
Humphries.
Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Beal against Gordon, and Beal kicks to Humphries. Now here's Beal. He's tightly guarded. Humphries sets a pick for Beal. Back to Humphries. Stolen by Ashik. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. But uses his length to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline play.
John Wall's checked in for Sessions. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Gordon. The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
And Davis gets it to go.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And Wall. Here we go now. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Cunningham's checked in.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
And Dante Cunningham gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Picked by Humphries. Wall draws the double. Humphries dishes to Dudley. Davis with some nice D. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge. We've seen John Wall handling his business. 22 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Beal gets a wide-open look, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. And 12 points here for Beal.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Evans passes to Davis.
My bad,
makes
my
no
bad,
mistake
my bad,
on the slam dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. The shot misses. Evans with some nice D. Here's Davis. And down it!
Sabe?
The fourth quarter just
No
moments
fall
away now.
forward.
Welcome you back. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Miami. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. And it's Sessions in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
No, es que Kobe, my boy.
To the paint. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it left. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. Tipped away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Gordon's running. A nice shot by Pondexter. Pondexter's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for New Orleans. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Wizards trail by 9. Here's Wall. Makes it off the glass. Wall's got 26.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Davis, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Look at him on next carry.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty.
Dude, look
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Passes it to Dudley. Back to Wall.
Gortat
with the screen for Wall. It's Gortat with the drive. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, He's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete, but he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
Pondexter kicks to Cole. Goes up on the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old block.
And that one's good.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
And Cole kicks to Ashik, feeds it to Cole. Davis sets a screen. Jumper off the screen. Gortat with the block. The open shot by Beal. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Left side, Davis. Ashik with a screen on Wall. Here's Cole. Can't get it to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Wall dishes to Nene. Here's Dudley. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Gordon, the pass to Ashik. Poked loose. And so Pelicans will retain possession here. Evans, he's checked in for Cole.
Substitution for the Pelicans. Tyreke Evans.
And Ashik kicks to Pondexter. Clock at 4. Tries it from 19. And it's Evans missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't.
Rodney!
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Wall. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're ahead by 2. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. He dishes it to Gordon. Here's Evans. Rejected by Wall. Taken away. On out of bounds.
Yes.
Washington takes possession.
Yes.
Oh, that certainly could be costly.
Boy,
Those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Here's Wall. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Evans goes in to end the drought, and that's 2 points on the lead.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Wall can't get it to go.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
Deep 2 from Pondexter. Money!
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Next up.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Next up.
Beal with a screen for Wall. And Nene has it in the corner. Here's Beal. Connects! And he is within 2 points.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Back to Evans from outside the arc. But they get it back. And Ashik, wide open, he shoots.
I box on Ashik. Oh, Ashik, get that.
That's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And so it's New Orleans with it. They've led by as much as 10. And so they foul intentionally. It's the first. That puts them up by 5.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 6.
We're going to extend this.
We got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
And so John Wall nails both of them. .16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Nothing to listen. I got to get that now.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point
nothing.
game.
Big free time. You take it in.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help.
Okay, that's it. Game's done. Had fun. Yes, it. Check.